is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to layout number 8 of our A to Z mini series here in my YouTube channel. And this is the series where I am going through some of my loved items in my stash and using them up, or realizing that I don't really like them and so maybe I'm deviating from the course. But it's just a good way for me to kind of touch base with the supplies that I have and why am I keeping them. So for this time, I had spun the spinner and it went into letter A, and so for my prompt for that, I have kind of chosen my prompt and I'm just using my spinner to kind of see what I'm going to use up next. So for A, I decided to use some acrylics, and I had purchased these acrylics a long time ago, and if you can kind of see the way the handwriting is, you can tell it's a Heidi Swap product, and it's nice, but I gotta say I'm the words on there is not really my favorite. There's the word flirt on there, and I really don't use that in any of my layouts, and so I'm just thinking that that's just gonna go. So I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but everything else I was able to manage to add to this layout. So like the other previous layout, this is another set of pictures from our Florida trip. In 2021, my family and I did a summer vacation in Florida. We were in Orlando, and we actually stayed at a really nice hotel, or I think it's a timeshare place. Anyways, my husband's cousin had a timeshare there, and he was able to hook us up with a really nice apartment. So we stayed there for a week, and we did a lot of fun things. And I'm just finishing up basically that documenting the pictures from that specific travels, because as you can see, or as you've heard, it's 2021, so I've have a few more years or summers of traveling or vacation pictures that I need to document, so I need to basically be done with my Florida trip. But these are pictures of our apartment / hotel. It was a really nice place. It had 2 bedrooms, and the sofa in the living room also can be pulled out, so it's another bed. So there's 3 beds, and there's 2 bathrooms, which was really nice, and it had a kitchen, and it was in the there was a pool and amenities, and so it was a really nice place, and it was really close to SeaWorld, although we didn't go to SeaWorld, we just didn't have the time, but it was a nice place. We even, like my son and I even went on a run around the block in that area, so we felt safe, and it was a beautiful place, so it was a really nice vacation. Anyways, I had to take a picture of our home away from home, and I have this paper. It's actually kind of a blocky type of paper, and I think if I'm not mistaken, it's an SEI, but it has that 3 pieces or 3 squares on the top and then on the bottom, and then in the middle it has the stripes of paper. I think you can basically use this as a good base, and most of the planning is already done. So I thought that it would be an easy way for me to use for these photos. I actually had more than 5, but I wanted to have some room for my journaling, and so I am going to just have 5, and then one of the spots will be for journaling. And then my plan is that I'm going to use that middle to put my title and also all the decorations. Another reason why I chose these photos for the prompt was because in the part of the acrylic set that I have, it has some houses. It actually has a couple, and so I thought it would be really cute to add those here, being that I'm documenting our home away from home or our vacation home. So that was really fun, or a good way for me to emphasize the theme of my layout. And then there's an ampersand, there's the hashtags, which I'm not really I don't know, I'm not a fond of those really trendy things anymore. So I'm kind of glad that I used up this. These are all just the acrylics that I have. I pulled them all out because I felt like it needs to be a one and done. Like I don't want to have to keep any of them. Like I said, there were two words that spell flirt, and I'm just going to throw that away or maybe donate it. I did discover, friends, I am so excited. I discovered a secondhand craft store in my area, which is just like it's like a candy store for me. Basically, people will donate their craft items, whether that's fabric or paper crafting items or yarn or even like painting stuff. They have everything, and because it's donated and it's secondhand, of course, it's super cheap. It's like I don't know, a garage sale, but in a building. It was really fun. I was there, I think, in the beginning of January, and I bought a good chunk of items there. I mean, they had papers for like 5 cents. It was ridiculous. But of course, as a long-term crafter, I've also have learned that I don't need to hoard stuff, right? Like if I don't have a purpose for them, or it's not, I don't consider an item as a like a not pantry item, but like a staple, then I shouldn't purchase it. So I had to be very, very intentional with what I brought home, but it was so fun. It was like, oh my gosh, like, they had, of course, products from way back in the day, but I just really enjoyed it. And again, I have to be very careful. And I found out that they do these events at our local library, that when you bring some of your items to donate, that you can weigh them, and then you can trade it in. So like, for example, if I brought some items and it weighed 5 pounds or something, then I could trade that. They give me like tickets, and then I could look at everybody else's donations and see what I can trade. So basically, you don't have to spend any money, which is even better. So I have marked that on my calendar, and I can't wait to be able to participate that in my local library. But moving on with this layout, as you can see, the biggest challenge for me for these acrylics is actually taking out the plastic. These are quite old items, and so some of the stickers have stuck, like this lone flourish thing. I couldn't get the brown paper to come out, and so I'm just going to scrap that. I was originally going to use it, but I don't want to use it with the brown film around it. Like of course I wanted to see the clear aspect of the acetate, so I'm just going to just go without that, and that's fine. I also had pulled out some just die cuts in my stash, and I'm adding that here. I love how I have my die cut book, and I could just go through it and see which items would work. Like, as you can see, I have some suitcases there. I didn't originally thought about that, but because I was flipping through my book, I thought about it, and I thought, hey, you know what? It might work really well, because again, this is like a travel layout with the idea of being our home away from home. And then I also added an arrow, and so my title will be Cutie and Cheeky. Again, not my favorite words, but I was able to use them up, so I'm happy about that. Now I have this sticker sheet. It's new to me, and it's like family game night, and it has a lot of like words of family and home and things like that. So I'm just gonna kind of specifically pick ones that match the theme of my layout, and that will be it. There will be some close-up shots at the end, but as you can see, most of the bulk of the decoration will be in the front. Oh, I forgot to say that I did mat the whole entire block of pattern paper onto a black cardstock. I did gut that because I am not going to use the backside, I mean the whole of it. So just black, just to kind of make a little bit of framing with my layout. And I did trim out my photos. They were 3x4, and I just trimmed them so that it will fit the square. I think the square was like 3.5 by 3.5, and I did matte them with white just so that there will be some distinction against the photo and the paper as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye now.